What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down one of my recent uploads on Instagram of Jeffrey's GT3. We're going to break down the sound design behind that and show you some neat little tricks with Fairlight EQ, all in DaVinci Resolve. We're going to break it into 3 layers: soundtrack, exhaust audio, and sound effects. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into the sequence. So I'll go ahead and play the sequence with the soundtrack only. Alright, so I mean, for me, when it comes down to picking a soundtrack, it really just comes down to the feel and the vibe that I'm looking for. It started off, slow, and then towards the middle it has like a nice build up, and it just has like this nice ambiance to it, and it fits like the clips. Obviously we're in like a mountain with some nice scenery, and this soundtrack just adds to that ambiance. Alright, so now we can jump into the exhaust audio. So I'll go ahead and play the sequence with just exhaust audio only. Cool. So what I also like to add is, like, for this instance here, where you hear the car coming to a stop and you hear the brake squealing. So that right there is just like another auditory kind of cue. It just adds, another layer of texture to the audio. What I also like to do is have abrupt cuts from audio. So for example, this exhaust clip here, it has a very abrupt cut, and then over here there's another abrupt cut back into the exhaust audio. So it's cool to just transition from really loud noises to like no noise. It's just another layer of texture. So I also get asked this question a lot, and that is, how do I sync my exhaust audio to the clip? Do I record it simultaneously when I'm getting rollers, or do I do it in post? And the answer to that is, I do it in post. I record exhaust audio and rollers separately, and then in post I'll go ahead and just find a piece of the exhaust audio that matches the clip. For example, like this first shot here, we have the RPMs going up. Obviously that tells us that the car is going faster, so it only makes sense to find a piece of the exhaust audio where the exhaust is getting louder, which tells us that the car is going faster, right? So if we play this section here, you can hear that the exhaust audio is getting louder, and it just fits right with, the shot of the RPMs. So then we have a clip of shifting. So then obviously the exhaust audio cuts, and there's like a quietness for the shifting, and then it comes back, and then it fades out. So the fade out is to tell us that, obviously the shot of the car leaving the frame or going into the horizon, we want to match that, so we add a fade out so the exhaust audio fades out while the car is flying into the horizon. So this next shot here of the drone, for this section, what I wanted for the exhaust audio was like a downshift, and then letting the exhaust rev out and hearing some burbles. I felt like, I don't know, I already had pictured this before I was editing. I already knew like I wanted that type of exhaust audio for this clip in particular. I just thought it would fit the clip really well, and honestly I really like this part of the sequence. But as you can hear too, there's also like a muffled sound effect to it. And that's just to tie into the transition between in-cabin shots to the drone shot. And I'll go ahead and show you guys right now how I did that muffled sound effect. In order to add that effect, we go into our effects, go to audio effects, go down to Fairlight EQ and drag that onto our clip. That'll bring us into the Fairlight EQ portal. So just a little general overview of what this does. Basically, you can raise or lower certain frequencies. The lower frequencies or higher frequencies or anything in between. I'm sure as you guys are familiar with like a low pass filter or a high pass filter, that's where you can do that in here. For example, I wanted to do a low pass filter. I would go to band 6, drag this to the left, and essentially I'm getting rid of all the higher frequencies and letting all the lower frequencies pass through. If I wanted a high pass filter, I would click on band 1, drag that to the right. This shaded area here tells us that the lower frequencies are getting lower and we're letting only the higher frequencies pass through. So how do you get that muffled sound effect? So what I like to do is grab number 5, drag that down and slide it to the left, maybe around 800 or so. Then I like to grab number 2, slide that up and drag it to the right till we get like this sort of S curve. And this should basically get us that muffled sound effect. So if we hear the exhaust audio now, and then here's with it off. And yeah, that's how we get that muffled sound effect. I'll also show you guys another neat little trick with Fairlight EQ for the actual sound effects and how you can make them more apparent and more impactful. But yeah, for the rest of the exhaust audio, it's pretty much just finding a section that matches a clip. There's not really much else to it. So we'll go ahead and kind of just skip the rest of it and jump onto the sound effects. Alright, so now jumping on to section number 3, just the sound effects. We'll go ahead and just play the sequence with only the sound effects. Cool, so we'll just go ahead and start breaking it down from the beginning, starting with this first shot here of the RPMs. So my thought process here was really just finding a sound effect that kind of has a buildup, essentially tying in with the buildup of the RPMs and the buildup of the car getting faster and faster. So we have this sound effect here called Fire Gas Big Tremolo, and this is how it sounds. And yeah, it has like a nice build up and then it has like a nice little impact at the very end. So pretty much this is how it sounds with just the sound effect. So to add another layer of depth to this sound effect, I also added this whoosh riser here. And it's always good to just layer your sound effects. It gives it more depth, more oomph, you know? And it's just more impactful, really. And yeah, so it cuts to this shifter clicking into place. So for that, I have this sound effect here, this clock mech clock from another world. And this is how it sounds. And yeah, it just has like a nice mechanical click to it. So then from this clip to the next clip, this transition here, we have this frozen riser mixed with this fast whip. Like I said, it's always good to layer your sound effects. And then we have the shifter clicking into place again, but I didn't want to use that same mechanical click. I wanted to find something a little bit different. So I found this sound effect here. And most of my sound effects come from Ocular Sound. They have a good library. And it's this one here, the SCI WEP Energy Large Gun Reloading. And here's how that sounds. So that part there, right? That's where I wanted the shift to happen. And I feel like it just sounds good. It ties into the clip really well. And it has sort of like a futuristic feel to it. And yeah, it just feels right, you know? So then for this next sound effect here of the flyby drone shot, I wanted like a really big impact. And I was trying to look for something that had like a large impact. And I came across this thunder strike impact sound effect, and here's how that sounds. It's a very heavy impact, and I felt like it just went well with this clip here of the flyby. Since the car is like flying by really fast, I wanted like this heavy impact to indicate that the car is just like going quick. So then if we play it with just that sound effect here, boom. So what I did here too was add Fairlight EQ. So let's go ahead and show you what I did. So if I drag Fairlight EQ onto the audio effect, so what I did was I got the number 5, drag that up into the left around here, grab the number 2, drag that up to the right, and kind of make this little U shape. Essentially, I'm boosting the lower frequencies and the higher frequencies and leaving this section a little bit untouched. And essentially this should make this sound effect more impactful and just give it more depth. So now if we play it with the Fairlight EQ effect, and then if we turn it off, it sounds more subtle, you know, with it off. And then when we turn it on, it just feels more like, you know, like it's more there, you know, more impact. So that's really how I like to use Fairlight EQ. I don't use it for every sound effect. It's just for certain ones that I want to enhance, you know, the audio sound to it. So then also to add to this impact, I also added this organic wind swoosh just to indicate, you know, the cars flying by. So usually there's always like kind of like a wind swish passing. So if we play that by itself, this is how it sounds. So yeah, just another layer of texture, right? So then here for this drone shot, we have a nice little curve. And at the peak of it, I wanted to add like another long whoosh just to kind of indicate that the car is like coming around the curve. And here's how that sounds. It's really just depth, you know, like adding sound effects to like sections like this or in certain places just adds more depth to, you know, the sound design. So then we're coming to another transition. So I wanted to add this reverse transition buildup, sort of like a riser. Boom, and then it cuts to, you know, the in-cabin shot. So like I said, layering effects, sound effects is very important. It just adds more depth to the sound design. So this here, you know, it sounds very subtle. It's not too crazy, not too dramatic, but we could do more to that, you know. So in order to do that, I added this heavy impact and this deep bass rumble. So then with that added, here's how it sounds. You know, there's more impact there, right, on the transition. And then he's about to shift again, so then we have the shift sound effect that we previously used. Also with another kind of medium whoosh, just to enhance, you know, that shifting. And then we have another transitional effect here, this whoosh reverse riser. And I really like to use risers in transitions from one clip to another, but kind of in the way that's like it's a different type of clip. So obviously we have an in-cabin shot, and then it transitions to the car rolling up, coming to a stop. And yeah, at this point you hear, you know, the brakes squealing, and then the car comes to a stop, and then it cuts to some more beauty shots. So then here I added like another little whoosh. And then another whoosh transition kind of riser. Boom, and then it cuts to another drone shot, and it's just very abrupt cut, just because we have, you know, beauty shots, and then we have a completely different clip of a drone shot. So that's kind of like where I like to add those very abrupt cuts, when it's like a very abrupt transitional clip from, you know, in-cabin shot to drone shot. Those are very, you know, different types of clips. So that's where I like to add that very abrupt cut. And then we have this really long whoosh coming to this transition here, plus a whoosh impact. And boom. That's really all the sound design to this sequence. Like I said, my style is not too crazy. It's very subtle, and it's very intentional of where I put my sound effects. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned a little bit, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.